Shalom Akim. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. This lesson is going to go into the worldly saying, why do the good die young? You know, they say, why do the good die young, but the wicked live a long time? And an understanding of, you have to ask yourself, who is the good according to this world? You know, one who is looking to build generational wealth, all right, is doing good by his family, you know. Why do they end up getting caught up in in crossfire, or they might have some type of disease that takes them out at an earlier age, as opposed to a nigga who's doing all types of wickedness is getting away with it, which really nobody gets away with their wickedness. The Lord is just waiting for their sins to pile up and give them an even harsher judgment, you know. But without too much talking, let's just go straight to the precepts. This is Job chapter 15, verse 20. It says, the wicked man travaileth with pain all his days, and the number of years is hidden to the oppressor. Which, that's talking about this devil, Esau Edom. All right, because even though he has all this riches, he still has his eyes focused on a nobody, so to speak, which is just so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Okay, he's making laws, agendas, vaccines just to take you out. But you could also look at it as far as a nigga in this world, you know, which, as the scriptures say in Sirach 31, all his mind is only on getting money. You know, which you're not saying there's anything wrong with getting money righteously, you know, but if that's all your mind is on, as the scriptures say in Sirach 31, basically says how, let me just grab it. Sirach 31 and 1. Watching for riches consumeth the flesh, and the care thereof driveth away sleep. Watching care will not let a man slumber, as a sore disease breaketh sleep. You know, so this person with that mindset, I'm gonna build generational wealth for my family, he's travailing in pain all his days. You know, he actually feels like a failure when he can't do that. You know, when he's old and he didn't leave his family with anything. You know, but this is not our rest. You know, but the wicked, 2/3, which are joined to this place, will never understand that. All right, so it says, the wicked man travaileth with pain all his days, and the number of years is hidden to the oppressor. A dreadful sound is in his ears, and prosperity, the destroyer, shall come upon him. Now, in this same man, as I mentioned before, he may, you know, the Lord may give him a nice little run. He may come up with a profitable business or whatever. Then the Lord takes his ass out. You know, because what's really being good is a man that follows after the Heavenly Father. As a matter of fact, as it says in Ecclesiastes, but you know what? I might grab that later. Let's actually grab Job 36. You know, because this breaks it down perfectly. So I might read, down maybe 15, 20 verses. So let's get it. It says, Job 36 and 1. Elihu also proceeded and said, suffer me a little, and I will shew thee that I have yet to speak on God's behalf. I will fetch my knowledge from afar, and will ascribe righteousness to my Maker. Now, this in itself shows you that we need to be listening up. As it says in let me see. Well, it says, I will fetch my knowledge from afar and will ascribe righteousness to my maker, meaning from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Because prior to Elihu speaking up, you know, it's basically just a bunch of opinions from Job's friends on why the Lord was putting a foot in his ass. You know? But this is this is facts that Elihu is speaking. For truly my word shall not be false. He that is perfect in knowledge is with thee. Behold, God is mighty, and despiseth not any. He is mighty in strength and wisdom. He preserveth not the life of the wicked, but giveth right to the poor. Okay? And here it is, you know, brothers with nothing to their name, or not much to their name, out there calling this man a devil, cursing out these 2/3 gangbanging niggas, and we okay. You know? So because we're doing good in the eyesight of the Heavenly Father. He withdraweth not his eyes from the righteous, but with kings are they on the throne. Yet he doth establish them forever, and they are exalted. And if they be bound in fetters and be holden in cords of affliction, then he sheweth them their work and their transgressions that they have exceeded. You see, so the Most High, as the scriptures, I want to say Proverbs 14, how it says, a righteous man knoweth his way. Let me see if I can grab it. You know, we're not confused on how we're supposed to be moving in this lifetime, man. You know, on what our purpose is. So we don't waste time on trivial things. You know? Let me see, Proverbs 14 and 18, the simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. That was a good one, but it was another one I was looking for, how it speaks about how dang, is what it is. Yeah, that was a good one. Let's stick with that. You know, so the Most High crowns us with knowledge, as I mentioned before, so we're not occupied in trivial things. It's not taking over all our mind. So it says Job 36 and 10, he openeth their ear to discipline and commandeth that they return from iniquity. If they obey and serve him, they shall spend their days in prosperity and their years in pleasure. Okay, so now we're seeing the definition of a real good man. But if they obey not, they shall perish by the sword, and they shall die without knowledge. You know? They're going to die with money on their mind. They're going to die thinking that was the whole goal of men. Okay? But the hypocrites in heart heap wrath. They cry not when he bindeth them. They die in youth, and their life is among the unclean. He delivereth the poor in his affliction, and openeth their eyes in oppression. Okay? So a good man is a man who is following after the Heavenly Father, who's crying out to him, you know, who's looking to him for his way. You know? Not going after the riches and the lust of his own heart, but the lust of the Heavenly Father. Okay? This is Romans chapter 12, verse 1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. Let's go to the My Sword And let's go to that Romans 12, see what that reasonable service is. To the word reasonable, pertaining to the reason or logic. All right, logically, as we see this place falling, as we see, rappers who talk about getting money, committing adultery, the Most High is taking them out. All right, unemployment is at an all-time high. So logically, we see this place is falling. So why are we still trying to go? Why would you still want to go after this wickedness? Pertaining to logic, spiritual, pertaining to the soul. And ultimately, the Most High has to give you the mind to see it. Because according to Isaiah 6, it speaks about how the Most High gave him a spirit of slumber. All right, so basically, when you sleep and your eyes are closed, you're in a sedative state. You don't have you're not thinking, okay? Your mind is at ease, your mind is at rest. Okay, wholly acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. Okay, so it's logical for us to follow the Heavenly Father. And in spiritual, you have to have that spiritual mind and see that it's logical. And be not conformed to this world. All right, because those who are conformed to this world are going to end up being a lover of the image of the beast, homosexuality, feminism, being a lover of, this world, taking a vaccine, taking a chip, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. All praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. The Lord is showing us what he likes, man. By showing us what he doesn't like, he's showing us what he likes. All right. This week alone, 2 rappers speaking about death all the time received that. Okay. So a good man is one that follows the Heavenly Father, whose mind is according to the Heavenly Father. All right. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion. Actually, I'll start up Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 11. The words of the wise are as golds and as nails fastened by the masters of assembly, which are given from one shepherd. The words of the wise, the prophets, who have a mind after the Heavenly Father, who can go into the scriptures, which is the mind of the Heavenly Father, and give you proper understanding of what has been, what is, and what is to come. And further, by these, my son, be admonished, of making many books there is no end, and much study is weariness of the flesh. All right. Basically meaning this book, the Bible, the King James Bible, the Apocrypha, the Old Testament, the Apocrypha, and the New Testament is all we need. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. So if you had to sum up what it means, what this Bible means, fear God and keep his commandments, which, as they say in the Bible, is what? Basic instructions before leaving earth. So you had to sum up the basic instructions before leaving this earth. It will be fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty or the whole job of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. So in a nutshell, how do we know if it's good or evil? If it's according to the will of the Heavenly Father, it's good. All right. If it's pushing out this word, if it's doing lessons to edify, if it's according to the law, statute, commandments, if it's according to the faith of Yahweh Shai, then it is good. If it's according to the faith of this world, then it's bad. So with that, shalom to the elect.